And the story that is creating a lot of controversy is the man at the center of it is YouTuber Ranveer Allahbadia, popularly known as BeerBiceps. He has landed in hot water after a video clip from his participation in a show called India's Got Latent went viral, drawing serious criticism online. This episode features popular content creators like Ashish Chanchalani and Apurva Mukhija and Jasprit Singh. It took an uncomfortable turn when Ranveer asked an inappropriate question that left the viewers in shock. His question has since sparked outrage across social media, with many lambasting the show and its creators for normalizing vulgar content.
It's really vulgar and coming from a girl. I was shocked to see that, and I've just forwarded to NCW chairperson to take cognizance on it. Whether a girl or a boy, they cannot make such kind of comment on a mother and on the part of women. I think society is changing for wrong reasons, and we need to take steps to curb all these things.
Ma'am, the opposition is raking up.
Arunil now joins us for more on this. Arunil, the comment has been seen as offensive and inappropriate across platforms. What are the latest reactions that you're getting?
Well, Devendra Fadnavis, the Maharashtra Chief Minister, just reacted some time back. He said that action will be taken. If anybody is crossing limits, even on social media, on the internet, we will be taking action. We will be first going through the content. It is about the much happening debate since a long time now, especially with respect to the freedom of speech that any influencer or anybody speaking on the internet, on social media can have. Here as well, a complaint has been registered at the Khar police station by a BJP worker. In the complaint, it has been mentioned that stringent action needs to be taken against Ranveer Allahbadia, popularly known as BeerBiceps on the internet. Another complainant has written to the NCW chief, has written to the Mumbai police commissioner as well, asking for strict action and a ban on the show that is India's Got Latent. There is no doubt that cuss words, derogatory words were used in the content, and several sharp criticism has been coming to the fore from different corners. Many are also questioning that Ranveer Allahbadia is been felicitated by none other than PM Modi as well for his work on the internet as an influencer. Now somebody of his stature speaking in such kind of a derogatory language, whether a ban should be invoked on him, this is also an argument in favor of a ban of Ranveer Allahbadia. Till now he has not commented. Times Now is trying its best to get a comment from Ranveer Allahbadia as well. With respect to political parties are concerned, BJP, Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena, they have objected to it and also said that the required agency, in this case the IT ministry, should take some stringent measures so that no boundaries are crossed when it comes to content on the internet.
On with me, Arunil, you've spoken about Devendra Fadnavis' reaction to this entire development, that an investigation is going to be eventually ordered. Let's play out his reaction for our viewers.
देखिए, मुझे भी इसकी जानकारी मिली है. मैंने अभी तक उसको फर्स्ट हैंड देखा नहीं है, लेकिन बहुत भद्दे तरीके से कुछ चीज़ों को कहा गया है, प्रेजेंट किया गया है, ऐसा मुझे भी पता चला है, जो बिल्कुल गलत है. फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच सभी को है, लेकिन हमारी फ्रीडम वहाँ समाप्त हो जाती है जब हम किसी और के फ्रीडम पर इंक्रोच करते हैं, और इस प्रकार का इंक्रोचमेंट ठीक नहीं है. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अभिव्यक्ति, इसकी भी कोई मर्यादाएं है. हमारे समाज में हमने अश्लीलता के भी कुछ नियम तैयार किए हैं. अगर उनको कोई पार करता है तो ये बहुत गलत बात है. अगर ऐसी कोई बात होती है तो उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए.
Richa, what kind of action is Ranveer Allahbadia likely to face for this commentary?
Well, the action can be taken on the entire show. India's Got Latent. Since past few months, this show is happening in various cities in India, and this show is basically the contestants come there, present their talent, latent, and in the same show, many such statements of nudity, talk about sexual activities is being done, and which is what now gaining attention from the social media users. And while a contestant was questioned about parental intercourse, the entire controversy has begun now that Ranveer Allahbadia, who questioned him on Samay Raina's show, is now being targeted. And like Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis just said, there are some rules, there are some regulations and a limit to the freedom of speech. If someone is violating the rules, they will face actions, and the show may get banned, or there are complaints being filed by various advocates and activists, and such remarks should be stopped. Such remarks should not be published on social media is what the public is demanding. Along with that, this is not the first case that any stand-up comedian or a show like on platform of YouTube has come in a talk for controversy. Right. In the past also, AIB has faced similar.
Talking about just this one show, that has been kind of the format of this show to indulge in a commentary like that. Joining us now is also Rahul Ishwar on the broadcast. Sir, do you think in the name of creative liberty, this time around some lines have been crossed?
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. Thank you for taking this topic up. And I'm absolutely happy to confirm that 2 minutes ago,
we seem to have lost that connection with Rahul Ishwar there, but Ranveer Allahbadia clearly in hot waters. My colleague Pratibha is now joining me from the newsroom. Pratibha, get us more.
Right, Priya. So conversation has been sparked off on how much is too much. Is vulgarity now going to be sold in the name of comedy? Has vulgarity been normalized with the kind of statements that have been made by the YouTuber, with so many people, a young crowd sitting there and laughing about? A complaint has been filed. We have a copy of this complaint and it speaks about exactly that. It says, India Got Latent के माध्यम से होने वाले अभद्र टिप्पणी के तहत महिलाओं के संबंध में अश्लील बयान किया जा रहा है. It's a fairly detailed copy. It speaks about the vulgar statements that have been made in the show. There are several personalities also who have come forward to say this is too much, this is not acceptable. Rahul Ishwar, who's going to join us shortly, has also filed a complaint in this regard. He has said this is vulgar speech, and under BNS 296 a complaint has been filed to the Mumbai police. Apart from that, Manoj Muntashir has also taken to social media X, and he has also written a long note talking about this. I'll translate it. It says, this is a level of comedy which has lowered the level of humanity. Viruses more dangerous than COVID have entered our mobile phones. These vampires, these perverts who have taken a pledge to make our coming generation devoid of values. This is an alarm for parents. Wake up, otherwise you will see the destruction of your children and your great nation with your own eyes. And he has also tagged the MIP, and he says immediate action should be taken against the gentlemen in this panel. If you stop after reading this post and do not raise your voice, then you yourself will be responsible for the downfall. Apart from that, Nilesh Mishra, another radio personality, also goes on to say, meet the perverted creators who are shaping our country's creative economy. I'm sure each one has a following of millions. This content is not designated as adult content. It can be seen with ease even by a child if the algorithm takes him or her there. The creators or the platform have zero sense of responsibility. That's
right. Talking about sense of responsibility, Pratibha, we are now joined by prominent Bangalorean Mohandas Pai. Sir, what is funny about these crass comments?
I think it's not funny. It's outrageous. It's outrageous, and it is totally, something that nobody should do. I mean, nobody in their wildest imagination will make comments like this. There are some areas where people must not go. Areas of faith, you should making jokes in areas of faith, the strict no. And areas like this where you deal with parental relationship, and especially, saying, oh, you want them doing something, then why didn't you go participate? I mean, can any good, normal human being even think of something like that to make a joke? And these idiots did it on public TV, and they're putting it out as if they got a great achievement. Both the organizers of this contest are people who are there. and all the people there who, laughed at everything as if it's a great joke, I mean, they should be penalized, and this fellow should be banned. Now, I don't think it should be banned. I think people should express their anger by desubscribing. Advertisers and others who sponsor should say, we'll not do it. I don't like calling anybody to boycott anybody and not do anything. I think it's unnecessary because we live in a society where we value free speech. But free speech has limitation, and the limitations have to be self-imposed by people who talk in public. It has to be self-imposed. All these people need a code of conduct. Now, if you have a line like this in any movie, will the censors allow it? I'm sure they'll shut it out because this is beyond normal sigma. This is totally extreme and totally dirty and totally something which is filthy. I mean, you can have any amount of language to express what they did. And the worst part is, when it became a crisis, and I don't see any of them expressing an apology or saying they're sorry about it, it shouldn't have happened, and asking for forgiveness from the viewers. They all think it's a great thing that they've achieved, and comedy is degenerating into just sexual abuse, giving dirty language and all kind of tips and making snide remarks. That is not comedy. That is not comedy.
So this particular show airs on YouTube. There have been similar objections that have been raised about content on OTT as well, but every single time there are some regulatory frameworks that are considered. There are objections over how creative liberty is being muzzled.
No, there is nothing like absolute creative liberty. Let's be very clear, okay? In any civilized society, there's nothing like absolute creative liberty. I mean, will you put all this, porn thing on YouTube? Porn is available on, available on the, internet, yes. But will you put all this on YouTube like in normal programs? You will not, because you follow a norm. They must follow a norm. There must be some, and these must be self-regulated norms. It cannot be imposed from outside. And these people who are public entertainers, claim to be public entertainers, or who do this program should have some self-imposed norms saying that we'll not go there because our audience who sees this, there are young children, there are impressionable ages, there are older people. We should be very careful.
Right.
We should make sure that at least, we can make jokes, we can do all kind of stuff, we can make spooks. There's a lot of humor out there, which is very good. And the humor is stark, humor is very different. And I think it's extremely important. I remember a cartoon recently which was very good, where,
right.
Where
yes, but this kind of humor, it's not funny at all. It's in fact outrightly offensive. There can be no defense for statements like these. We are still to hear from Ranveer Allahbadia. My colleague Nilesh actually went to his house, and here is a ground report. Thank you, Mr. Pai.
Social media influencer Ranveer Allahbadia is into controversy after his recent derogatory remarks, which is currently gaining traction. Now, we have been trying to reach out to Ranveer Allahbadia, and Times Now team happens to be reaching out to one of his offices situated in Mumbai. And here you can see it is Monk Entertainment, which is one of the organizations where Ranveer Allahbadia is part of. We have been trying to speak to Ranveer and his team. However, as we reached out to the office, we have been conveyed that the concerned individual is not into presence, that is, he is on leave, and other individuals have not been given authority to speak. We have been also trying to reach out to Ranveer Allahbadia for his say. Meanwhile, the trouble is likely to be mounting for Ranveer, as multiple cases are being registered against Ranveer and the fellow colleagues on his show, that is India Got Latent, with the fresh one being a complaint filed at Mumbai's Khar.